24 minutes before the hour, Coach Adam Fossett Show brought to you by Marble City Pharmacy and the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. Coach, a difficult year came to a close last week, and B.B. Comer 1-9 on the year. Been a tough season.
Yeah, it has. It's been a tough year. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of very much a roller coaster ride. So not the season you wanted, not the season that you planned for by any means. So get this one behind us and look forward to reclassification and look forward to being able to reset that non-region schedule and kind of move forward.
Yeah, and we want to talk about this morning. You only lost, and they were important kids for certain, but a handful of kids you lost to graduation for this team.
Yeah, we're losing 4 guys to off this year's team. Everybody else will be back, and those 4 guys were big cogs in the wheel that helped things go. But we're excited about what's coming back. We've got to get a few guys back out that either played a couple years ago or came out last year and didn't come out this year and things like that. So there's probably about 5 guys walking the halls that they have targets on their back that we gotta go out and get. So and excuse me, and we've got to clean up some stuff inside our program as well. So we've got a couple guys that are kind of on the fence and they got to make a decision, you know. So we've got to move forward, and I need a collective group that is going to be ready to move forward.
Does this cycle of the season remind you when you first started several years ago? Yeah,
it does. It's kind of a different feel than it was, but different but same. And this group has seen the successes and seen what could happen, and I think this group kind of felt like, you know, especially like last year, I think, excuse me, I think this group felt like, you know, hey, we can just show up and people will be scared of us, and that's not the case, you know. So the target on your back gets bigger and bigger, and then you lose the classes that we lost. You lose that losing the big class with Harris and Wilson and Harvey and that big group, and going to 3A all at the same time was a huge transition for our program. And it was something that we don't control the count, we don't control what classification we're in, but it happened at a really, really bad time. So, and then to be put in the region that we got put in, it was tough, you know. So you look on the sideline and we're not dressing out near as many guys as we were when we were in 2A. Well, we have 3A numbers, but we have a lot of females in those numbers. So,
and you knew that was coming too.
Yeah, we knew it was coming. We knew the numbers were going to be down, and we knew it was going to be challenging. And then when the region came out, we knew it was going to be really, really challenging. And then you throw on top of that our non-region schedule, because, and we've talked about it before, you know, you play for it and then you get beat in the semis. Like trying to explain to coaches, hey, we're going to be down. You know, no, coach, y'all been really good. You know, we're not playing. You know, it's kind of like Wadley reached out to me this week about playing week 1 next year, and coach sent me a text. You want to play week 1 next year? I replied back, no, sir. You know, so, and we talked a little bit after that, but no, like, you know, 8 of the 10 teams that we played are in the playoffs. Yeah. You know, a couple of them, you look at Piedmont, highly ranked. Wadley's highly ranked. Thorsby is 9-1 and highly ranked and really good football team. So Vincent goes on a tear and wins like 7 straight. You know, they're 8-2 or 7. I think they're 8-2. So. And then our 4 region teams that are representing us, man, like there's a lot of good football that is being played in our region.
So what's next for B.B. Comer?
Next is off season. We got to take the next step. We've got a few guys that are playing basketball, so they'll go right into basketball. We have some guys that'll take that are off now, and we'll start with baseball or track in the spring. So we've got to find a way to fit in our schedule workouts and improving, and we've got to do. Our group's got to do a better job of just team building, like understanding each other and knowing each other. We'll start some leadership meetings over the next couple weeks that'll last until the spring. Just building leadership and building camaraderie and things like that. So I've found that you have to be very, very detailed in talking to kids now. So you can't give like a basic summary and they do it. You have to be detailed step by step by step.
Yeah, they got a lot of things going on, don't they?
Yeah, and there's so many more distractions and all this other stuff. So it's frustrating in that aspect. The big thing is going to be, there's got to be a commitment all the way around. And when I say a commitment all the way around, it's easy for the kid to come in and say, hey, I'm committed, coach, I'm ready to go. But you got to have that commitment at home too, and we're going to have some meetings with parents. We're going to have some one-on-ones with some parents and the students and say, hey, this is what we're seeing, this is what we're getting, this is what we need to get. So just to get everybody on the same page and make sure they understand, because it's not always easy, it's not always fun. I heard one of our younger kids that didn't finish the season with us. I'm kind of going back now and talking to some of our kids. Hey, why didn't you finish the season? Oh, practice wasn't fun. Practice isn't supposed to be fun. Practice is supposed to be tough. Practice is supposed to be the toughest thing you have so that Friday nights are easy. So like we can't always have fun, and trying to explain to some kids that everything's not fun is a tough task.
You've got a lot of young talent on this football squad, though.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of young talent. We got a lot of young guys that are kind of itching to improving it better. We saw Terrell Pilot at the end of the season really play well and show out.
Good-looking running back.
Yeah. He's very old school. Like he's just an old school running back. Runs real hard. Nothing real like. He's not going to make a bunch of moves or anything like that. He's just going to run hard as he can and see what happens. So against Thorsby, he tried to spin. And he came off the field. I said, "Don't do that again. Just try to run over him, get what you can get." So, but you've got like Kamari Harris and Isaiah Larry Gable that are freshmen as well that played a ton. You've got Brody Parrish who played linebacker for us.
Was it eighth grader?
As an eighth grader, yeah. So Brody took a lot of lumps. Brody picked himself up off the field a lot of times, but it's going to make him. Yeah. It's going to make him so much better next year. And he never quit. Like he would get hit by a lineman or something would happen, or he'd get blindsided on something, and he'd get right back up.
Was he 14 years old?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, like 13, 14 years old. So, and Brody's going to be tough. He's going to be all right. It's just a growing thing. Yeah. So. We've got a group of juniors that have really got that's the group that we're going to concentrate on as far as, hey, you better get it together if you want to be successful type deal. So that's that group that we'll concentrate on and meet with those guys quite often. Working on a schedule now, but we'll meet with those guys at least once a week and talk about, hey, this is what this should look like. This is what leadership looks like. This is what a team looks like. This is, things like that. So just in helping them understand that is huge, because it's just a different time.
It looks like that you'll be dropping back to 2A, and that's a different animal with the schedule a lot more conducive to BB Comer's numbers too.
Yeah. You go to 2A, you're looking at the same numbers, and you're dressing 30. You look across the field, and they're probably dressing 30. They may dress 35, but you're looking at a lot more even playing field, so to speak. You're looking at a lot more kids that are going to play both ways, like our kids do. So in our region last year, again, you look at Glenwood, Lee Scott, Piedmont. Those guys, they're dressing 50, 55 kids, and they're able to play different guys on both sides of the ball. Or if they have guys that are playing both ways, they got guys that can come in and give them a spell and let them rest. So it makes it kind of tough, on the front end of things. So if you look in some of our games, like Glenwood, the first part of the game, like we drive down the field, we have a turnover, and then it kind of falls off. But we're competing there. You know, last week, Thorsby, at the end of the first quarter, it's 8-6 Thorsby.
Wow.
And then bad things happen, and the wheels fall off. So some of that has to do with depth. Some of that has to do with just mental toughness and kind of overcoming. And you know, I'm looking forward to realignment. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how it goes. And obviously, there's some things going on that we don't control as far as the AHSA and the state are in conversation. I think the AHSA and private schools are in conversation about what to do moving forward. So I hope that everything gets settled and the regional alignment comes out about the same time it usually does.
Well, as an athletic director, before we go this morning, you oversee all the sports at BB Comer, including basketball is starting.
Yeah, basketball is rolling. Junior high started this week. They've played 2 games so far. They play a 3rd game today, and the junior high teams are rolling pretty quick. Varsity's getting ready to roll, so it's busy. It never ends. So, but good to see those guys get going. And Coach Satcher is our boys coach, and Coach Reynolds is our girls coach now, and they're doing a good job with our guys and girls. And you know, another tough road because you look at our area, Chillsburg, Midfield, Altamont. So that's going to be another fun area, you know. And but you know, we've got a very old group in the boys. We've got a lot of seniors in that group. Our girls we've got a couple seniors in that group, but we got a lot of young talent in that girls group. It's going to have to be some patience moving forward with that.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for being with us this season. We look forward to it next year. Coach Adam Fossett, the head football coach and athletic director of the BB Comer Tigers, our guest. Coach, always a pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir.
More Daybreak coming up. Don't go away.